Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ramos. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. In my previous video, I will show you guys pattern of how I drafted the patterns. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I joined the pieces together. So I'm going to leave the link right here. Don't forget to watch it if you haven't watched the drafting video. So let's move right into this tutorial. So guys, I just cut out the fabric with the lining. I had my interfacing to the lining and also to the fabric, and also had my stitches allowance to the place that I've not had stitches allowance to. So we are not really doing too much here because we are not had any body to the bust area. We are sewing it like that, except the plastic boning that we are putting in the fabric. So I went ahead, I put the back panel aside and work with the front panel first by pinning both the pieces together before I took it to the machine to stitch it together with the lining. After I'm done pinning the front, I also pick the back panel and pin it together with the lining, and also took it to the machine to stitch it together. So guys, after I'm done joining my front panel together, this is what it's looking like. I went ahead, I notched my underbust line before I iron my stitches, and I used my bust arm to iron the bust area, and the remaining part I iron it flat. I also do the same thing to the lining. I notched my underbust and use my bust arm to iron the bust area, and I iron the remaining part flat. The same thing with the back. I iron my stitches allowance flat with the lining. So guys, after I'm done with that, I'm going to pin both sides of the front and both sides of the back, pin it together, make sure that the right side of the front and right side of the back is facing each other. So after I'm done pinning it, I'm going to mark in my stitches allowance, which is 1.5 inches that I had here to the pattern. So I'm going to mark it, connect it together, and also do the same thing to the other side before I took it to the machine to stitch it together. After I'm done with that, I also do the same thing to the lining. So guys, after I'm done joining the both sides of the fabric and the lining, this is what it's looking like. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to create my bony channel by stitching down the stitches allowance on the panel. Just look at the way I'm doing it. This one here that you see me press it down, and the second one is going to face each other, while the remaining one is going to face toward the zipper allowance. So guys, I'm done stitching out the stitches allowance. You can see what is looking like after I'm done with that. So the next thing to do now is to put in my plastic bone. So I'm using 1/4 inch plastic bone. So I'm going to insert it inside the bony channel. So guys, I've done inserted the plastic pony inside the pony channel. So the next thing to do now is to iron it. So guys, after I'm done ironing it, this is what is looking. You can see that everything is flat now except the bust area. I use my bust ham to iron the bustier, and on the under bust line there, I break the pony before I use my bust ham to iron the cup area. And this is what is looking like after I'm done with all of that. So the next thing to do now is to turn in the neckline. So I'm going to place my lining on top of the fabric and pin it together. So I'm going to turn everything inside except the waist area. So guys, I'm done stitching in. Before I turn in the lining, I need to notch the center front and the corners to make the lining well relaxed after I turned the lining inside. To make it easier to turn in the lining, I'm using my scissors to push in the shoulders because the shoulders is lining down. So I'm using my scissors to push in the shoulder inside before I turn everything inside. After I'm done turning in the lining, I'm going to take it to the iron table to iron it. After I'm done ironing it, I also went ahead, I pinned one shoulders of the top. So I'm going to show you guys how I did that. I'm going to place the front shoulders on top of the back shoulder. Make sure that the right side of the front and right side of the back is facing each other. So I'm going to use the front shoulder to push in the back inside. Make sure that the front shoulder is in between the lining and also the fabric of the back shoulder. So after I'm done to push in the shoulder inside, just look at the way I'm doing it. I'm going to arrange it very well before I use the pin to pin it together and take it to the machine to stitch it. But if you find it difficult to do, you can just join it like that without letting your stitch allowance inside and weave it. So guys, after I'm done stitching it, I'm going to remove my pin and pull the shoulder outside. So guys, after I'm done with that, I'm going to put it aside and work with the down part of the top. The first thing I'm going to do is to measure what I have on the waistline of the lining and also the hemline. So on the waistline, I have my waist measurement plus the zipper allowance. On the hemline, I have 25 on fold. So what I have on the waistline and also the hemline is going to determine how full the gather is going to be. After I'm done with that, I'm going to soak the fabric to the machine to go and gather the base and also the hemline. I gathered the baseline and the hemline 2 times to give me the effect that I want before I start pull out the thread. So I'm going to make sure that what I have on the waistline and also on the hemline, it's exactly what I have on the lining. After I'm done pull out the thread for the gathers, I'm going to measure what I have on the waistline to make sure that what is exactly on the lining is on the fabric before I tie the thread to secure the gathers. After I'm done tying the thread, I'm going to arrange the gathers very well on the waistline to make sure that what I have there is even. I'm going to do the same thing to the hemline, measure what I have there to make sure that's exactly what is on the lining before I tie the thread, and arrange the gathers very well to make it even. After I'm done with that, I'm going to place my lining on top of it and pin it together. So I'm going to use the lining to turn in the hemline. After I'm done pinning it, I'm going to take it to the machine to go and stitch it together. After I'm done stitching it, this is what it's looking like. So I'm going to pull the lining up. You can see that the lining and the fabric is not the same length, so I'm going to pull it up to make the lining the same length with the fabric and use the lining to turn in the center back. So guys, after I'm done with that, this is what it's looking like. I turn in the lining. I also stitch down the lining to the fabric on the waistline. I'm also going to crochet my length measurement to make sure that my measurement is still intact, it doesn't reduce, before I started pinning it to the upper part of the fabric. After I'm done pinning it together, I'm going to take it to the machine to stitch it. After I'm done stitching it, and this is what it's looking like. So the next thing to do now is to crochet my measurements before I fix my zip. So I'm going to measure what I have on the bust line to know exactly what I'm going to use to fix my zip. So on the bust line, I have extra 2 inches because my waist is 36, so I have extra 2 inches. That's 2 inches I'm going to divide on both sides of the center back and use this to fix my zip. I'm going to do the same thing on the waistline. Measure what I have there on the waistline. My waist is 30, so I'm going to measure what I have there, which is 32. The remaining 2 inches, I'm going to divide it on both sides of the center back and use this to fix my zip. So guys, after I'm done fixing the zip, this is what it's looking like. The next thing I'm doing now is to use my seam paper to lose out the thread that's showing on the waistline. The thread that I used to make these gathers, it's showing on the waistline after I'm done joining the upper part and the top band together. If yours is like mine, you can lose it out. So guys, this is the end of today's tutorial. If you watch my video to the end and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Please don't forget to click the subscription button down below. Ring the notification whenever I posted a new video, you'll be notified. Like, comment and share. See you guys in my next video. Bye.